Japanese manufacturers have your back. Known for their legendary reliability, smooth performance, and no-nonsense engineering, these bikes prove that you don't need to drop $10,000 just to ride something fun, fast, or functional. Whether you're into sport bikes, cruisers, dual sports, or naked bikes, there's something on this list that'll fit your style and your budget. I've rounded up the 10 cheapest Japanese motorcycles you can buy right now. Coming in at number 10 is the Honda Navi. You won't find anything else like the Honda Navi on the market, at least not from a major Japanese manufacturer. It's quirky, it's tiny, and it's outrageously affordable. At just $2,000, this is the cheapest way to jump into motorcycling with a Honda badge on the tank. Now, don't let the price fool you. This isn't a toy. The Navi uses a 109 cubic centimeter air-cooled engine borrowed from Honda's scooter lineup, which means it's reliable, fuel-sipping, and dead simple to operate. There's no clutch and no shifting, just twist and go, thanks to its automatic CVT transmission. That alone makes it one of the easiest motorcycles to learn on. It weighs in at only 236 pounds, so it's super manageable for beginners, smaller riders, or anyone who just wants something light and flickable for city streets. And with a claimed fuel economy of over 100 miles per gallon, you'll barely notice it sipping gas. Is it fast? No, but that's not the point. The Navi is about accessibility. It's about jumping into the motorcycle world without breaking the bank or worrying about complicated maintenance. I've seen people customize these things like crazy too, adding racks, paint jobs, even turning them into mini adventure bikes. It's weirdly fun and has that same rebellious entry-level energy the Grom used to have when it first came out, but at a fraction of the price. Taking the 9th spot is the Honda XR150L. If you want a bike that can handle both the street and the trail without draining your wallet, the XR150L should be high on your radar. It's one of those rare motorcycles that feels just as happy bouncing over dirt as it does cruising through town. The XR150L is built around a 149 cubic centimeter air-cooled single-cylinder engine, and while that may not sound like much, it's the kind of motor you can count on to run forever with just basic upkeep. It's also carbureted, which seems today old school, but actually makes it easier to fix in remote places. That's why these bikes are so popular in parts of the world where mechanics are few and far between. This thing is built to survive. What really stands out is its dual sport nature. You get a tall, upright riding position, long travel suspension, and a sturdy chassis that can handle gravel roads, trails, or just nasty potholes. On top of that, it's light and maneuverable enough for daily commuting. The seat height is around 32.8 inches, which might be a tad tall for some beginners, but once you're rolling, the bike feels balanced and confidence-inspiring. Honestly, I think the XR150L is perfect for someone who doesn't want to commit to a single type of riding. Whether you're commuting Monday through Friday or exploring fire roads on the weekend, this bike does it all, quietly, efficiently, and without demanding much in return. At just over $3,000, it's hard to find this level of versatility elsewhere. Number 8 is the Honda Grom. The Grom is one of those bikes that doesn't take itself too seriously, and that's exactly why people love it. It's compact, playful, and just straight up fun to ride. You don't need to be a pro rider or a speed junkie to appreciate what this thing offers. If anything, the Grom brings motorcycling back to its roots: minimal, nimble, and endlessly entertaining. It's powered by a 124 cubic centimeter air-cooled single-cylinder engine with a 5-speed manual transmission. So unlike the Navi, you get full control over your gears. That makes it a great learning tool, especially for newer riders who want to get comfortable shifting without managing a heavy bike. And while it's not built for highway use, the Grom absolutely thrives in tight city streets, parking lots, or just goofing around on back roads. It's one of the most fuel-efficient bikes out there, upwards of 160 miles per gallon, and insurance is usually very cheap. So if you're looking for a second bike, a daily runabout, or even your very first motorcycle, the Grom makes a strong case for itself. And with a starting price of $3,600, it's still one of the best deals in the mini-moto world. Next up at number 7 is the Kawasaki KLX 230S. The KLX 230S isn't here to flex with big horsepower or flashy styling. It's here to get the job done, and that is exactly what I like about this bike. Whether you're sneaking through tight city streets or hitting some mellow off-road trails, this bike finds a comfortable middle ground between performance and ease of use. That's what makes it such a strong option for beginner riders or anyone looking for a do-it-all machine without complications. It's powered by a fuel-injected 233 cubic centimeter air-cooled single-cylinder engine. That air cooling means fewer moving parts and less maintenance, while the fuel injection keeps it running smooth in all kinds of conditions. No fiddling with a choke or worrying about altitude changes. Now, it's not going to win a motocross event, but that's not the point. It's light, super approachable, and has long travel suspension that actually soaks up bumps pretty well for its price range. On pavement, it's stable and surprisingly comfortable, and once you hit the dirt, it has that flickable, easygoing feel that makes trail riding accessible even if it's your first time off-road. And with a price tag of $5,000, it's one of the most affordable full-size dual sports from any Japanese brand. Coming in at number 6 is the Suzuki GSX 250R ABS. Suzuki built this bike for folks like me who want sport bike looks but don't want to commit to a track weapon. The Suzuki GSX 250R ABS takes styling cues straight from the GSX R family, but under the fairings, it's far more beginner-friendly and practical. This is a true entry-level sport bike, and honestly, it doesn't get enough love for what it brings to the table. At the heart of the GSX 250R is a 248 cubic centimeter parallel twin engine, smooth, approachable, and tuned for low-end and mid-range power. It's not meant to scream at high RPMs like its 600cc cousins, but that makes it more usable in real-world riding. One thing I appreciate about this bike is how comfortable it is for a sport bike. The riding position isn't aggressive. It leans more toward the sport touring side of things, with higher handlebars and a relatively plush seat. That makes it perfect for daily riding or longer trips where full-blown supersports would start to wear you out. And the full fairing gives it that proper sport bike look without the maintenance or insurance cost of a larger machine. Oh, and it comes with ABS as standard, which is a welcome safety net for newer riders. With a sleek design, a balanced engine, and everyday usability, the GSX 250R is a solid starter or even a long-term small displacement ride. Suzuki priced it at $5,000, and for what you're getting, it's honestly one of the best-looking bargains out there. Number 5 is the Yamaha MT03. This bike might just be one of the most underrated bikes in Yamaha's entire lineup. It doesn't make a lot of noise, but what it does offer is a near-perfect entry into the world of naked sport bikes. It's light, it's nimble, and it's got just enough power to keep you entertained without getting you in trouble. At the heart of the MT03 is a 321cc liquid-cooled parallel twin that Yamaha borrowed from the R3. That engine is a little rev-happy gem, and it loves being pushed. The beauty of it, though, is that it doesn't demand to be ridden hard. You can cruise around town at low RPMs just fine, but twist the throttle and it wakes up with a surprising eagerness. The styling is sharp and modern, definitely leaning toward the urban brawler vibe with that aggressive headlight setup and minimal bodywork. It's got an upright riding position that gives you more comfort than a full-on sport bike, making it great for commuting, weekend rides, or even a light twisty session. The suspension and brakes aren't race-ready, but they're dialed in well enough for this class. And honestly, all I can say is that it's just a fun bike to ride. Lightweight, flickable, and beginner-friendly, but not something you'll outgrow in a hurry. And with a price of $5,000, it's still within the budget-friendly zone. Just shy off our top 3, at number 4 is the Yamaha R3. The R3 is one of the most loved entry-level sport bikes on the planet. It's often the first real sport bike many riders ever throw a leg over. And after spending some time on it myself, I totally get why. This bike feels sharp, responsive, and far more premium than its price tag would suggest. It's powered by a 321cc liquid-cooled parallel twin, the same engine you'll find in the MT03, but tuned to live in a more aggressive chassis. The throttle response is clean, the gearbox is slick, and the overall riding experience feels smooth and energetic. What really separates the R3, though, is how much it encourages you to push yourself. You start off cautious, but it slowly pulls you in with how stable and confidence-inspiring it is. The riding position is sportier than its MT sibling, but it's still not too extreme. You can take it to the track, or just enjoy weekend rides without needing a chiropractor afterward. It comes with ABS, a lightweight frame, and a surprisingly plush suspension setup that handles bumps better than you'd expect for a small sport bike. Plus, its $5,500 price tag makes it a very good option if you want performance on a budget. The third bike on this list is the Kawasaki Ninja 400. If there's one entry-level bike that has earned serious street cred over the years, it's the Kawasaki Ninja 400. This thing punches well above its weight class in just about every category: power, handling, looks. And while it's often the go-to recommendation for new riders, don't let that fool you. Even experienced riders still have fun on these. The 399cc parallel twin engine is tuned beautifully. It's smoothed down low, forgiving in traffic, and then it opens up with a satisfying punch when you twist the throttle. It's the kind of engine that encourages you to grow as a rider, giving you enough power to hit highways with confidence, but still being approachable enough to not scare off beginners. The chassis is equally impressive. Lightweight, balanced, and confidence-inspiring in corners. Whether you're commuting or carving back roads, the Ninja 400 delivers that sweet blend of stability and responsiveness. The seat height is friendly, the ergonomics are comfortable, and it even looks like a proper supersport. Honestly, unless you told someone, they probably wouldn't guess this was just a 400. Kawasaki also nailed the styling. Sharp bodywork, LED lighting, and bold color options give it serious presence. And with features like ABS and a slipper clutch, you're getting legit tech in a bike that's priced like an entry-level machine. If you want a bike that grows with you, I highly recommend the Ninja 400. And at $5,900, it's still a serious value considering how much bike you're getting for the money. Coming in at number 2 is the Kawasaki Eliminator 400. This bike is one of the freshest names to re-enter the middleweight cruiser scene. And it came back swinging. This isn't your old-school chrome-drenched cruiser. This is Kawasaki's answer to what modern-day riders actually want. Lightweight performance, minimalist design, and a smooth engine that doesn't feel like it's stuck in the past. At the heart of the Eliminator 400 is a liquid-cooled 451 cubic centimeter parallel twin engine, closely related to what you'll find in the Ninja 400. That means you're getting proven, punchy performance wrapped in cruiser styling. It revs freely, pulls cleanly across the range, and gives the bike a light on its feet kind of vibe that most cruisers just don't have. The riding position is relaxed but not lazy. You've got mid-controls, a low-slung seat just 28.9 inches high, and wide handlebars that keep things upright and comfy, making the bike great for city cruising or long back road rides. The styling? It's clean, dark, and muscular without trying too hard. Think of it as a rebel that doesn't need to shout to get noticed. Kawasaki also nailed the balance between modern tech and classic feel. The digital dash, LED lighting, and optional accessories like saddlebags and a cafe-style headlight cowl give you options to make it your own. For riders who want cruiser looks with sport bike DNA and everyday usability, the Eliminator 400 hits a sweet spot. It's priced around $6,500, which is great for a bike with such incredible specs. Taking the top spot on this list is the Honda CB500F. The CB500F is one of those bikes that quietly does everything right. It's not flashy, it's not loud, and it doesn't try to dominate the spotlight, but give it a chance, and you'll realize just how refined and well-balanced it really is. Whether you're new to riding or just want a reliable, no-drama machine to handle your daily commute or weekend rides, this thing fits the bill perfectly. It runs a 471 cubic centimeter liquid-cooled parallel twin that's been used in several of Honda's 500cc bikes, and for good reason. It's smooth, torquey, and built to last. The power delivery is super linear, which makes it great for building confidence on the road, but it's also got enough punch to make highway cruising or backroad fun rides genuinely enjoyable. Where the CB500F really shines for me is in its versatility. It has upright ergonomics, which keeps you comfortable over longer rides, and the chassis feels planted and predictable in corners. Honda updated the suspension and braking in recent years, giving it a more premium feel without bumping the price into unreasonable territory. Plus, the build quality is typical Honda: solid, dependable, and just plain easy to live with. And considering how polished it feels, the current price of $6,800 still feels like a solid deal. What do you think about this list? Did I get the rankings right? Or should I have put another bike on the list? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell.